Hey guys, it's Nella J again, and I am fresh off my last video, which was a makeup tutorial. My hair is not combed. This is it trying to fight what I did to it 2 days ago, which was like a bouncy girl. But this is not a hair video. It's not a makeup video. It's not a hair video. It's a relationship vlog. Woo! I've been wanting to do these for a long time, and I ran across my friend Usha, and she said, "Yeah, girl, you should do it because you give good advice." And so thanks Usha for giving me this great idea to do. Um, this first relationship vlog is really not going to be talking to the men. It's going to be talking to my ladies. Sometimes, ladies, I know it's hard to see it from the inside out, and you come to your girlfriend, and my friends come to me looking for advice because they say I give good advice. So I'm gonna do this for you guys who some of y'all, y'all know some of y'all ain't got no good friends. So I'm gonna give it to you real. Okay. There's two types of men out there. Women. And men. Gentlemen, you will not be offended by this video because I'm not talking to you. You know I'm not talking to you. You don't fall into the second category that I'm gonna. But you're gonna fall into the first if you're a real gentleman. The fools out there, y'all gonna feel offended. It's okay, honey. It's okay. Don't subscribe. Don't comment. Don't follow. I won't feel offended that you won't do this. I won't feel offended that you don't want to share this video. It's okay. That's alright, because I'm going to be talking about y'all fools. Two types of men out there. Ready? Cool. First type is the God-fearing man. And I'm not talking about a man who totes around the Bible. Yes, Father God, yes. No, I'm not talking about that one, because that one, sometimes you gotta tread him softly too. I'm talking about the one where he's a true God-fearing man in his walk, in his talk, in his demeanor, in his just all-around personality. You can see that this man is a God-fearing man. He takes nothing for granted. He is very educated. He is very polite. He takes no woman for granted, from his mother down to nieces and friends and their family, the women in their family, and any woman around him. He takes them for what they are, God sent. This is the man who makes such a wonderful husband. He makes us a great spouse, a great companion. And these ladies are the men that's not going to give you hell back, okay? Yes, every man has their fault, but that is not as a cost to them being a man. That is a cost to them being human. And you just have to find the one that, their faults don't bother you. Their faults, you recognize that makes them the man that you love, you adore. And it doesn't hinder you none to want to be with him. It just makes you appreciate him more for the differences that you have between you two. This, in my opinion, creates such a beautiful relationship between you, the woman, the self-actualized woman, because this type of man ain't gonna come for no foolish woman. And y'all out there, okay? Foolish man, foolish woman, y'all go together. Y'all know how to deal with each other. A God-fearing, good man is not going to want to deal with a foolish woman. That's just the way it goes. I'm going to touch on y'all on another one, but this one is just for y'all to understand the differences between the two men. I'm going to touch on the foolish woman another time because that's just going to take up too much time in this video. We don't need to be here for an hour. Okay, so this God-fearing man is going to look for a self-actualized God-fearing woman. That's all it is. Those two complement each other. Those two will be bliss. Those two make examples for others around them. Those two people say, oh man, I would love to have a relationship like similar to that, because nobody can really imitate another person's relationship. Take it from mine. Mine is not perfect. Mine is not without stain. But I'm very happy in mine because he is God-fearing and he is self-actualized. And I feel like as if I'm a very self-actualized person and therefore we fit. Understand? But, yeah. This man is not going to seek just any old woman. He's going to seek a woman that, number one, God has done for him, and number two, is going to do for him what he can do for her. You understand? He's going to adore her. Not worship her, because only the Lord is to be worshipped. But he's going to adore her. He's going to cherish her. He's going to treat her like the woman she is. And he is going to seek for the same treatment. It's not just one way, ladies. You have to treat them well also. What you did to get them is what you got to do to keep them. I ain't talking mess now. All right. So that's the one type of man. We're not gonna sit on him. I just wanted to make a difference. I'm gonna show y'all the difference between one and the other. The second type of man is what I like to call foolish. Now, I nicknamed these men foolish because, number one, I don't want to cuss. But I really want to call y'all. I'm not going to call y'all on camera. Lord be with my tongue. Okay, so foolish. These are men that he don't have to not have a job. He don't have to not be about nothing to fall into the category of foolish. I'm talking about the sheer personality of a man. Because to be quite honest with you, a God-fearing man does not have, he's not always established. What he is self-actualized. He has goals and he knows where he wants to be. So he might not be there yet, but the man that he is, he will get there. So if you're 17 and 18 watching this and you think, oh, he don't got no job, he don't got this, well, honey, he's 17 and 18 years old, he's still working on it. So don't corrupt him. Push him. Be with him. Support him. And he will eventually get there. Foolish comes in many, many, many different forms, honey. Because I've seen foolish who got a job, who got a house, who got a car, and they are not, I repeat, they are not the men that self-actualized women should be looking for. Because the job, the house, the car still doesn't stop them from being jerks. Okay? Listen to me now. They got everything that most women have on their list. When I say a list, they have to have this, they have to have that, they have to have Louis, Gucci, Fendi, all that. And they're still jerks. You'll get with these fools. And to be quite honest with you, they're not going to make your life any better. If anything, they probably make your life worse than what it is. You be walking around like, woe is me, like, oh no, why he don't love me? Well, because those material things don't shy away from the fact that this man and his personality is crap. Period. Okay. So, foolish, as I like to say, this is what I like to think of it like this. He may have all those things and still be foolish. He may have none of those things and still be foolish. But he is a little boy parading like a man. Okay? And you can tell foolish from Jump Street, honey. You know how you can tell him? He'll say one thing and do the exact opposite. I want a woman that can do this for me. I want a woman that can cook. I want a woman that can who could be independent and still be mine and this, that. He'll find this same exact woman and go cheat on her. Or he won't cheat on her, but he'll treat her like crap, abuse her verbally, physically, do everything under the sun to lose the same woman he said he wanted. This is foolish. Okay? These are the men that I label as foolish, where they'll say one thing and they'll get that thing and they'll do everything in their power to diminish it. Let these men go, honey. He ain't gonna do nothing for you. He could be living in Beverly Hills, honey. He could be living in the greatest, highest high-rise in Manhattan and making all the money. And guess what? He ain't worth a damn. And he's gonna make your life a living hell. Do not go for these men, honey. Know your worth. That is the only way to avoid foolish. Know your worth. Someone who is foolish, who is considered to be foolish, who's doing all this, he's gonna try you. Because he think he all that. He's gonna try you. He think he could get any woman that comes to pass. He will try you. The only thing that's gonna make you avoid him is if you know your self-worth. You know from the time he walked through, he's like, no, that's not for me. That ain't mine. No, you could tell by his walk, he ain't with it. Okay. From the time he says one thing to you, honey, I could call you all day, I could text you all day, I'ma be your man, so on and so forth. And you'll text him today, and homie won't text you until a month later. That, honey, is foolish. A man that wants you, a man that wants to be with you, honey, come hell or high water, that man will be with you. Come hell or high water. No one will be able to tell him differently. Okay? A man that can see a wife in the woman that stands before him, nobody, not his boys, not his boss, nobody will be able to tear that man from him. If come hell or high water, that will be his. When a man wants you, he will call, he will text, hell, he'll video chat, okay, because you're what he wants. He will make time for you. He will push things aside, even if he is the busiest man in the world. He will make the time for you because you're worthy. You're worth it. He knows if he doesn't, someone else will. And he's not willing to give you up. That's who you want. Foolish, on the other hand, he'll know that you are it. You are the one that will be picked up by another man. And he'll still run the games on you. He'll still be talking to X, Y, Z, B, everybody under the sun, and have you as his side chick when you deserve to be the main and the only. Don't fall for it, honey. Do not fall for it. Know your worth. Pray on your man. If you want him, put God first. I've learned in so many situations, one of the most dangerous prayers is, Lord, show me my enemies. Let them drop from my life. Honey, that prayer right there, people you thought was your best friends, people you thought was the one, they start dropping like flies, start doing stuff, with crazy stuff. The craziest things to make you say, no, you don't need to be in my life. Play with it if you want to. Pray that prayer. I'm telling you it works. But overall, honey, know your self-worth. Know who you are. Know where you want to be. Have a plan. And foolish won't be able to mess that up. Know who you want to be with. Like I said, he comes in many forms. And he doesn't have to be that broke man that you used to know. He doesn't have to be that person who has all the dreams and has no way of putting it forth. He don't have to be that guy. Foolish can have a job, have a car, have the lavish lifestyle, watch the Gucci, Lindy, Fendi. and still be the one that's not for you. He will give you hell and back if you don't watch your step. Watch out for him, ladies. I'm telling you, he's out there. He is out there. The last thing I want to say to you ladies out there is, in a relationship, tears can do two things. They can cleanse, and they can show you that heartache is not an everyday thing. Okay? When tears cleanse, you've gone through something, it's been crazy, it's been rough, and at the end of that waterfall, there's a beautiful rainbow. But there's a point in time when the tears flow too much. You're crying too much. Your heartache is too heavy. You're going through it more than most. And you gotta wonder, is it me? Do I put myself in those situations? I mean, if you're asking yourself some questions, 95% of the time, it is what it is. You know he was bad. You knew he wasn't the one. You knew he wasn't it. And you did it anyway. You put yourself in it anyway. And now you're crying because he's putting you through waters every week. I heard y'all. Every week, it gets a little bit too much after a while. Make a decision. Keep on crying. And if you decide to keep on crying, please don't call me. Don't call me. You did it to yourself. Okay? But if you decide not to cry anymore and get rid of this man because you knew from Jump Street he was toxic to your life, call me, I'll help you. Or leave a comment below. This is Nella J, and I'm signing off. Peace. Be blessed.